Mira, I'm from the streets of South Cal, where the OGs is realer and rappers really bust down. I had a crackin' mama and my father did his best, get me out of the streets and in a home like the rest. I remember being half-starved, covered in dirt, and it was killing me. Mama never home, she said he pumping methamphetamines. Always had them pimps around, why they gotta be around? They was beating me and bleeding me like they was really raping. Now that I'm older, I could look back and say it's over, cause I never walked that road again. My soul really colder, and so is my flow. Ha! I feel like the Titan Atlas with the world up on my shoulders. Expectations, celebrations, the struggles made up a boulder. Now I'm trying to do my best like my papa so we get closer. I come from the ghetto where my homeboys is at. I'm trying to get him out the streets cause long ago we made it bet that the crew gon' be on top, we put in blood in our sweat. I'm waiting for that moment a teenager says he felt it, that I saved his life, he found his hope and that he held it. I'm just waiting for my lyrical energy to be recognized. I come from the ghetto, so screw acting civilized. Yeah, I do this all for my pops, and I'ma keep going until I end up at the top. West side, what?
Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Look, I really come from the ghetto.
I'm from the Motor City, where life is hard. Some days we ate good, some nights we starved. A little ghetto boy with a scar on his face. It's hard to feel love in a world full of hate. I lost a few friends cause them niggas was fake. Ain't no money on the floor, get the fuck out my way. Mama getting older, feeling pain in her shoulders. True story, tell her till this motherfucker over. Busting food stamps so the rent would get paid. I couldn't focus in school, I left at an early age. My boy graduated, did his shit on the stage. I was sitting in the trap, cutting dope on the plate. Now my pen on the pad, making these haters mad. I regained my focus after losing my dad. It's been 13 years, can't believe he not here. I'm still holding on, shedding so many tears.
Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Look, I really come from the ghetto. I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Tap into my true story. Look, I really come from the ghetto. Look, I really come from the ghetto.